They're going to have it all the way in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. This is your slope. This is your y-intercept. My y-intercept is the value I get when I put x is equal to 0. That's why we always like to pick 0 anyway. If x is equal to 0 and I plug it into my expression, negative 2 times 0 minus 3, what happens? You get 0 for negative 2 times 0, and so you just get that number on the end. So that number on the end ends up being your y-intercept. When you plot the point 0, negative 3, means you're going over 0 but down 3, and you end up touching that y-axis right on that number, negative 3. Then we're just going to pick a couple other numbers so we can get some more points to draw our line. What number might we want to use? Something nice and easy. 1 sounds good. So then we're going to put our 1 in there. Negative 2 times 1 minus 3. If I solve that, I'm going to get negative 5. Because I have negative 2 minus 3, which is negative 5. So if I plot that 1 over, down 5. And just to make sure my line's going straight, I'm going to pick another number. Pick another number to put in for x. 2. So I'm going to take negative 2 times 2 minus 3. And if I solve that, I'm going to get negative 7. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. So I'm going to go over 2, down 7. When I connect my dots, because my slope was negative, I'm going to go downhill as I go from left to right, which I do. So number 5, when I graph my line 3x minus 7, first I'm going to find my y-intercept. If I put 0 in for x, my y-intercept is going to be at negative 7. Whatever that end number is, that's what we should get. Negative 7 is my y-intercept. 0 over down 7 lands right on my y line. Got to pick a few more points to work with. What should we put in for x? 2, okay? So, 3 times 2 minus 7 would give me
1.
Not 1, but
Negative
1. So 2 over down 1 is going to be a dot on my graph. What else might we want to put in for x? 3, okay. So 2 times 3, or 2, 3 times 3. How about I write there, I think? 3 times 3 minus 7. Which is 2. So I'm going to go over 3 and up 2, right? So again, all those dots should line up. Because my slope is positive, I'm going uphill as I connect my dots from left to right. Just to double check and make sure everything looks like it's doing the right thing. So my y-intercept was negative 7. We're going up as you go. So there's another one with that negative x. Again, if you have trouble with that negative x, write it as negative 1x plus 4. Means the same thing. Finding our y-intercept, I'm going to put 0 in for x. What is my y-intercept going to be?
4.
Positive 4. So I know it's going to touch the y-axis right on 4. 0 over up 4. Picking a couple other numbers. What should we put in for x?
4.
4. Okay, if I put 4 in for x, I'm going to have negative 1 times 4 plus 4, which would give me an answer of 0. Right? Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So So over 4 up 0 happens to be our x-intercept, which we don't have a special rule for other than that you get a 0 for y. And one more point just to make sure our line goes the right way. What number might we want to put in for x?
2.
2. 2 is always good. So -1 times 2 plus 4 would give me an answer of 2. -2 plus 4 is a positive 2. So over 2 and up 2. This time my slope was negative, so when I connect my dots, I'm going downhill as I go.